Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Stack Deck. We are playing another tier maker. Alright, so this is going to be, it says all Zelda games. Now, I don't see like the CDI games, and I did not make this list, so I don't know if anything was missing. I did see Tears of the Kingdom on there, so I added Echoes of Wisdom. But it looks like it didn't save. Can I not just... Okay, now we have Echoes of Wisdom. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the tier maker. I loved Zelda growing up. Zelda has been my second favorite game series of all time. My first favorite is Kingdom Hearts, so you can take that as it is. Hit that subscribe button and leave in the comments down below what your tier list is. If you have a video of it, that'd be cool too. I'd like to watch that. Alright, so this is Adventures of Link. It's old school, but it's, you know, it's kind of classic and all that. But going back to it now, because this isn't as it released, this is kind of going back. I probably put it in C. I probably did the same thing with Link to the Past. No. I put Link to the Past in B. I'd put the old Link's Awakening in the C. And then... Oh, Link's Crossbow Training is D. So we can get those out of the way real easy. You know, the old school ones and those. Alright, let's start with... Hyrule Warriors. So Hyrule Warriors is a game that I played on the Wii U. It was alright. It wasn't canon though. But it was cool to have like all the different Links and like Kid Link and all that stuff. Running around and fighting a bunch of things like was it Dynasty Warriors? I think that's what it's based off of. It's a reskin of whatever, you know, the game series. Now, although it's really fun, there's not really a point to it. So like after like a while, it kind of got old. But for the time that I did play it, I did think it was fun. I'm actually going to put it in B. I'm probably just going to put it in front of Link to the Past. And then... Let's see, what else? Let's go with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This is the sequel to Hyrule Warriors. However, instead of it being like a sequel, this is the one that was canon. So this is the one that was like a Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom prequel, or whatever. So that's what this was. And I heard a lot of people love it. I'd probably put it with the other one. I'm going to put it behind the other one. Because I don't know if you can play as like Kid Link and stuff. And I like playing as them. And like the Majora's Mask Link. Alright. Next up. I'm going to go ahead and pick... Try to do like some obscure ones first. Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. It's basically doing like the Pokemon like Red and Blue, but it's Zelda. And it's Game Boy Color. You have to beat one, then you have to beat the other, and then with the save files you go back into it, and then you have more stuff to do. And that is a really cool way of doing it. And I wish the other ones would do it as well, like the Pokemon games. I'm going to say they're an A, because it was really unique to have that kind of mechanic in the game. Next, I'm going to do... Ooh, Cadence of Hyrule. Cadence of Hyrule is something I bought physically and digitally on every platform it was available. It is... What was that game called? It's an actual rhythm game, but it's like it's a Zelda like adventure game, except you have to click on the beat. It's interesting and it's fun. I don't actually I'm not that good with rhythm games though. I'm gonna say it's top of B so far. All right. Next, I want to do Phantom Hourglass. It looked a little wonky on the DS, to be honest. The graphics are kind of eh. The gameplay was kind of eh. And, you know, overall it was fun though. I know me and my sister played this a lot growing up. But it's still not the greatest. I'm going to put it bottom of C. However, it had the sequel, Spirit Tracks. I'm putting Spirit Tracks in D. Probably behind Crossbow Training. Because I feel like I got more time out of Link's Crossbow Training than I did out of Spirit Tracks. I did not like Spirit Tracks. It was, the stylus was annoying, and I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Alright. What is the next? What is another obscure game? Minish Cap. Minish Cap is really fun. Your hat talks to you and stuff. It's like a little bird dude. I want to say Minish Cap is A. Yeah. This is a really fun time to get into. Next, Four Swords. Four Swords is GameCube. There's multiple links. I didn't get into the Four Swords because I wasn't, like, I always want to be like, oh, there's one link or whatever. So I don't know, but it's not. We'll go like underneath Adventures of Link. I think we'll do under Adventures of Link. But still C tier. I played the other stuff above it way more. Alright. I'll just put that right there too. The Link to the Past, Four Swords or whatever. Now, what is another... Okay. Legend of Zelda, Link Between... Is it Link Between Worlds? Yeah, Link Between Worlds. I thought this game was fantastic. I liked that you had high roll and you had low roll. I liked how you had a flipped version of everyone else. You have like Evil Princess, you have Coward Link, and it was really fun. I liked Ravio as a character. You basically borrowed all your tools. You can buy the tools later, but you don't have to. But if you die or whatever, but you had to go into walls and become like 2D and everything. I thought that was a really cool mix of like 2D and 3D. I'm actually going to put Link Between Worlds in S. I 100% this game so fast. Alright, Link's Awakening. It is a good game. It is a remake or whatever, and it looks good. However, I did 100% it. It didn't captivate me as much as like an S tier game would have, though. I'm probably gonna throw it top of A. Yeah, I think that's fair. And this is gonna be like, this could be a controversial pick, but Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Apparently a lot of people don't like this game. I thought it was really fun. I enjoyed it. And it was also multiplayer. I didn't even play the multiplayer. I played solo, and I enjoyed it. I feel like multiplayer would just be better. I think this is better than Link's Awakening, in my opinion. Yeah, so you can argue about that down below. But I like Triforce Heroes a lot. Alright, next up. Ooh, this one might be controversial too. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now, I have a Twilight Princess inspired tattoo. That being said, it is because I like the little sky detail with all of the like blue lines and everything. However, it's not my favorite Zelda game. And I got stuck in it for like the first hour of the game because I didn't know where to go. And it was really annoying. It's kind of like the same like the Bob Wolf situation with Twilight Princess. Even though I love Zelda, But yeah, it was just kind of annoying to get into. However, it is like actually canon that it is like a descendant of, like a direct descendant of the Hero of Time, which is cool. That being said, I'm going to put it high B in front of Cadence of Hyrule. Let's see, what is next? Echoes of Kingdom. Echoes of Kingdom was really good. I recently beat the game, and it is fun. If you haven't, you can check it out on the channel. There's like 33 videos, they're 30 minutes each. The only thing is I didn't like the last boss. It felt like you got all these powers and you upgrade all these powers, and then you just give them back, and then you fight the boss. So I just end up standing there not doing anything, waiting for like Link to do all the work. And it kind of took away from Zelda's abilities, I think. I wanted Zelda to be the badass, you know? Why couldn't Link be like still captured in crystal, and then Zelda saves the day using everything? But no, they wanted Link to come back and wanted Link to be a good member. I did like the mechanics. I'm trying to think of replay value, but not really. Most of these don't have replay value, I don't think. I'm going to throw it top of A. It is better than Triforce Heroes, but I don't think it was good enough to put in S. S is games that I would replay like multiple times. A is a game that's like, I'm really good at this. And then down below, it's like, might be struggling on finishing. Okay, next is... we'll do Skyward Sword for the Wii. Skyward Sword was the first Zelda to swap the hands of Link, because Link is canonically left-handed. However, the Skyward Sword Link had to be right-handed because most people are right-handed. Now, this also came out on GameCube. It doesn't say that. It's the Wii version. I guess because the GameCube version is down here, or the Switch version is down here. Yeah, it came for GameCube. And it was just like mirrored. It was doing like that Master Quest situation with Ocarina of Time, where they just kind of mirrored everything. Skyward Sword is fun to mess around with. I'd probably put it... I don't know. I'd probably put it behind Echoes, to be fair. I don't know. Well, it's the Wii version, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably put it there. That's fine. It was cool using the Wiimote. It was a little annoying sometimes, though. Let's go ahead and do the other one, the Skyward Sword for the Switch. I don't think there's really a difference. Like, I guess it's slightly better than the old one, because you can, like, teleport instead of having to walk through everything again. Except that's only if you got, like, the amiibo or something. But I'm just gonna do A. Do I want A? You know what? I keep thinking about it as like Minish Cap is better though. I'm gonna do top of B. You know, people might be mad at that, but Skyward Sword and its remake, I'd say probably top of B. I don't want to put a bunch of things in A because we're probably gonna get into putting a bunch of stuff in A. All right, next up, we're gonna do Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was an S. It's just fantastic. It's on the Wii U and Switch. I didn't play the Wii U version. However, the Switch version is fantastic. It's just one of the best games. It is better than in Between Worlds. Next, I'm going to do Tears of the Kingdom. I actually think Tears of the Kingdom... Ooh. As a game I would want to play again, Tears of the Kingdom is better than Breath of the Wild. As a game that had as much impact on release, Breath of the Wild is more impressive than Tears of the Kingdom. With the amount of content in the game that you could do, Tears of the Kingdom is better than Breath of the Wild. And then let's think about story. Breath of the Wild, you're kind of captured. Tears of the Kingdom starts off confusing because you gotta play Age of Calamity first. But the story with Zelda in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm gonna put that top S. Yeah, I have to. It's the entire thing. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the entire thing with Zelda. Once you finish her quest and everything, you have to finish like all the side quests and all that stuff. It's worth it. I really like that. Okay. Let's do Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I saw this, I was like, I don't like Cartoon Link. Why is there a Toon Link? It's weird. I want the Ocarina of Time Link. You know, this came out on GameCube. I was like, where's the thing we were promised? You know? We were promised like Twilight Princess back, and we got Wind Waker. But Wind Waker's a fantastic game. Ooh, they don't have the original Wind Waker on here. Okay. Original Wind Waker for the GameCube? I'd put it in the A. However, Wind Waker HD, where you actually have the modern fixes to fix the game, it's S. It's above In Between Worlds. Wind Waker is a fantastic game. It is magnificent. If you haven't played it, you have to play it. This is the HD version. They merged GameCube, but the HD version came out for the Wii U. And that is great. Alright, next up. Ocarina of Time. The one that everybody argues about. It's either the best game in history, or people don't understand it and they hate it. Now, Master Quest isn't on here. I wouldn't really count that. But this is just Ocarina of Time for the N64. I think Ocarina of Time for the N64 is a relic of its time. However, it's top of A. Like, it's still a fantastic game. You got your dungeons. You got your 3 dungeons at the beginning of the game. You have your big, always trying to get the sword, get the shield, find the DQ tree, fight the giant Gondor or whatever, Goma or whatever his name is. And then you move on and you learn, you get 3 dungeons, and then you become an adult and you do another 7 dungeons. And you do the freaking tennis match with Gandalf or whatever. Ganondorf is fantastic. I really like Ocarina of Time. That being said, Ocarina of Time 3D is an S. And it is below Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time 3D is a fantastic game to go through. It is still one of my favorites. I believe the 3D version is better than the N64 version. It has a lot of it's beautiful. It has a lot more modern, goodness to it. And the 3D version is the one I want them to remaster if they remaster one. It's just, it looks better. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. However, it has less replayability than Breath of the Wild. It still has a ton of replayability. We replay it like crazy. But Breath of the Wild, you have 400 or something things to do in that game. You got a million shrines themselves. Next, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the N64. You needed the expansion pack on your N64 console to play this. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. However, a lot of people get mad at this, but I think it's better than Ocarina of Time. It's my favorite. It's top of A. Majora's Mask was the one that was it's dark. And then, like, you're basically collecting souls. So that you end up going in, you find, like, the skull kid who's, like, stole your horse, you have to get it back and all this stuff or whatever. And then he turns you into a Deku shrub. But later on in the game, you run into another Deku shrub that's like, oh, you remind me of my son. I haven't seen him in a while. And you're like, that's odd. And then you end up realizing, oh, every mask you get is somebody's soul that you are putting on your face and hijacking their essence and becoming them so you can get something done. And you end up finding that out around the time you do the Zora stuff, where you end up getting the soul of the Zora guitarist or whatever. And then you play in the band as the guitarist and all of this stuff. So then you realize, oh, well, the Deku Shop guy is like, it's not because you remind him of his son. It's because you're wearing the skin of his son because you put on a mask that his soul is captured inside of. It's super dark. I love it. It's amazing. So, like Ocarina of Time 3D, the 3D version is just so much better than the Majora's Mask one. It's more playable. It's got more modern fixes, and it looks incredible. I 100% both versions. I 100%, everything in... Let's see. Yeah. Everything in S tier, A tier, and half of the stuff in B tier, I 100%. And I guess Link's crossbow training. That counts. But, where do I put it? I'll tell you it's going to be S tier. Above and Between Worlds. It's above Wind Waker. It's above Ocarina. It's above everything. It is top of S tier. Majora's Mask 3D is my favorite game. I would rather have Majora's Mask 3D over Tears of the Kingdom. But Tears of the Kingdom is fantastic. But this is my order, and this is the order I would prefer to play the games. I do Majora's Mask 3D, then Tears, then Breath, and then Ocarina 3D. Wind Waker, and then Link Between Worlds. And then I would rather replay Majora's Mask again before getting to the other stuff. But that is my tier list. Let me know down below how you disagree. What do you agree with, and what would you change? Also, CDI games like the Wand of Gamelon and all that stuff, we could throw in D tier. That's fine. They're not on here. Even though this says all Zelda games, including remakes. But it also didn't recruit the GameCube version of Wind Waker, just the HD logo. Alright. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I will see you all next time. Don't forget to game like a god. Peace.